What's up guys, it's Michael over here from Calisthenics family, and I'm currently walking in Nijmegen, in the place where I live. I'm walking in the city right now, and it's actually a really nice day today. It's sunny and it's also a public holiday, so all the shops are closed and all my friends are going to festivals and parties, also my girlfriend, and I can't join them today because I still have my arm in a cast. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Instagram, but I did a post about my injury. So I have my arm in a cast for 4 weeks now, and it's really frustrating right now because I can't go to parties, I can't work out, so I basically can't do anything. So when I was walking right here, I thought, why not make it a productive day instead and talk about my injury today and how this happened and what you guys should avoid to also get your elbow injured. So that's what I'm going to discuss today. I'm currently walking towards the station to get myself a Monster Energy so I can get this day started and talk about my injury with you guys. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Alright guys, so I just got home. Sitting on my couch right now in my new apartment that I have together with my girlfriend. And yeah, so like I said, I'm going to talk about my injury today because I have my arm in a cast, and you probably are wondering right now what happened. And today I'm going to tell about my injury and what you should do to avoid this injury as well. But first guys, I have to say that I'm not really familiar with injuries and all the science behind it. It's also new for me. That's maybe also why I'm not really able to come up with the right words. So sorry for my bad English, but I feel like I just have to talk about this with you guys because I think this is also part of the game, and that is something that we all should talk about. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have write some notes down here in my book. So first, let's talk about my injury. What happened? Why do I have my arm in a cast? And what kind of injury do I have? I have a Golvers elbow. It's also called a medial epicondylitis, which is an inflammation on the inside of your elbow. That is right here, where your forearm connects with your bicep. Just a tendon right here in the middle. So I have been struggling already with this injury for 8 months now. It started back in 2018, right after our own bar jam in September. But before that, I already felt it a little bit, but after that it just started to get worse and worse, and I felt like I had to go to a physiotherapist. So I did. And I have been to the physiotherapist for like 6 months or 7 months. I tried many treatments. I wrote down a couple. I did specific elbow exercises. I did deep tissue massage. I did dry needling. I did ultrasound therapy. I even went to a specialized elbow clinic. But still, after 6 or 7 months, I still was dealing with my injury, and I still felt the pain when I was working out. And I actually also lowered the intensity of my trainings, but I still felt it. So after 8 months, I started to go to the hospital, and I made a doctor's appointment just to get a better understanding of my injury. So I did echo therapy. I don't know if that's the right word, but after that it showed me that I had a huge inflammation in my elbow, and the doctor's advice was to get my arm in a cast to get complete rest, because otherwise I might be still training or doing stuff while still putting too much force and pressure on the tendon. So that's why I have my arm in a cast now already for 4 weeks. I still have 2 weeks to go. And yeah, so that's basically the story. And it has been really frustrating to me. First of all, because of my regression with my training. I have been working out for like 6 years now, and the last 2.5 years I did calisthenics, and especially the last year I worked really hard on my static skills. As you might have seen last year summer, I worked on the planche, the front lever, and I also got the straddle planche and the front lever. That's also one of the reasons why I have this now. Also, I had to refuse several big job opportunities. I could work for a calisthenics educational institute to become a master trainer, but I did not want to set myself in a position where I was still dealing with my injury and just not be able to work in a full capacity. So that's why I had to refuse that job opportunity as well. And next to that, I also had to quit as a personal trainer and a group trainer at the local gyms that I did on a weekly basis. But next to all of these things, the most frustrating part has been mentally, because like every time when I woke up and still wake up, I know I have this injury that I'm dealing with, and literally with everything that I do, I have to think about it and watch carefully what I do. Like, you know, even when I pick something up like groceries, then I have to think I should be doing this with the right hand because my left hand is injured. When I'm working out, when I'm at work, I always have this thing in my mind that I'm injured, and that's so frustrating. And that is exactly why I am creating and making this video, because I still give workshops and trainings together with my brother, and I still see people making the same mistakes that I did. So I want to cover today why I got this injury, several reasons, and how you should avoid this injury. So the first thing why I got this is, you can already think it is overtraining. Back in 2018, I don't know if you guys remember it, but literally on the 1st of January on 2018, I set a new goal for myself to get the straddle planche in 6 months of time, and also the front lever, while I was able to do a tucked front lever, I think, and also a tucked straddle planche. And I shared that with you guys, and because I shared this, I also had a lot of pressure on my shoulders to get that goal. So I was just working my ass off and training and training and training without taking the rest that I needed. So yeah, I trained almost every single day. So I think the cause number one is overtraining. So you should be really careful with your training frequency. And also because I worked on too many things at the same time. Because with calisthenics, guys, you can learn so much stuff, which is really great, and why this sport is so good and so challenging. But at the same time, it's pretty dangerous, because you can work on the handstand, the planche, the front lever, the muscle up, the back lever, also to handstands, press to handstands. Yeah, I can sum all those things up for you, but you just have to pick a few. And I worked on too many at the same time, I think, and put too much pressure on my elbow. So reason number one is overtraining. And the second reason is, I already said it, it's lack of rest. Not really with my workouts, because I made sure that I had 48 hours rest after I trained for the planche or the front lever, for example. But I think lack of rest in terms of working out, and also my work as a trainer, because when I worked out in the morning, I of course had put a lot of pressure on my elbow and also on my shoulders, but in the evening when I was working, then I also had to show exercises like low intensity exercises, maybe the handstand, maybe a frog stand, but I did that almost every day. So my body just never had enough rest. Even when I was like resting, I still was working. So the combination between working out and teaching other people calisthenics was not very ideal for my body. So that's also something that you should be really careful for if you are a trainer. And then the next reason I think why I got this injury is hypermobility in my arms, because I can really like lengthening my arms like this. I can really stretch it. It's in our family, my brother has it too, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's pretty dangerous with calisthenics, especially when you're always completely locking your arms out. Because if you're always completely locking your arms out, which many people and like athletes tell on the internet that you should always lock your arms out with the back lever, with the front lever, with the planche. So after watching all those videos on the internet, I did, but they didn't tell me that if you have hypermobility, then it's pretty dangerous. So by combining locking out and having more hypermobility in your arms, you actually deactivate all your stress on your muscles, like on your arms, your bicep, your tricep, your shoulders, your forearms. But all the pressure and stress relies on your tendons if you're locking out. So that is what I did. For example, with the back lever, I can show you a picture right now on the screen, where you can see me doing a back lever and completely locking my arms out. So all the pressure is on my tendons and not on my arms, because I'm not really flexing my arms anymore. So that is also one thing why I think I got this injury. So if you have hypermobility in your arms, then definitely watch out for this. And then I come to the last point. Why I think I got this injury as well, and that is the other side actually of completely locking out and stretching out your arms is a bad form with the front lever and the planche, because I had slightly bent arms with the front lever and the planche. And I also trained it in an eccentric way. So I was doing negative. So for example, with the planche, I stood in a handstand position and then I lowered myself down into a planche. And when you're training eccentric, you're putting a lot of force on your arms, because all the weight from yourself, because you're training with your own body weight, when you're lowering down, it's all coming on your arms, on the things where you have like an angle. And if you have bent arms with a planche, then, and especially when you're still not strong enough, which I wasn't, because I wasn't really able to do like 3 or 5 handstand push-ups, which I now know is really essential for the shuttle planche, then all the force comes down to your elbow, your tendons on your elbow. And if that is not strong enough from previous strength workouts and working on the basics, and here comes the basics back in, why it's so important, then yeah, your elbow won't stand it, and then you'll get an injury. And also with the front lever as well, I trained for the front lever and I did it in the easy way. So and I also trained it eccentric. So for example, I started in a muscle up position on top of the bar, and I grabbed the bar with false grip and small. So instead of grabbing it wide, I did a small grip and false grip. And the bad thing about having a false grip is that it also puts a lot of pressure on your tendon right here. For example, if you're watching right now, just grab your arm like this and put your wrist in a neutral position right now. So now there is no tension at all at your elbow tendon. And when you're doing this, you can already feel and see the activation and the stress in your tendon. So if you're doing a front lever and you start on top of the bar and then from here you lower down into a front lever, all the tension, all the pressure is coming through your arms, through your elbow, instead of your back. And that's how I trained for the front lever at the beginning. So also a tip for you guys, you shouldn't train the front lever with small grip and false grip in the beginning, but really make sure that you have straight arms, not completely straight, but have maybe a tight bend in your arm, and also activate your scapula and of course your back muscles by grabbing the bar a little bit wider. It will be a lot harder to work to the front lever in this way, but at the end of the day it will be much better and you won't get injured like I am right now. So guys, yeah, this is my story about my injury, what happened, how did I get it, and how you should avoid this injury as well. Like I said, there's so many things to learn with calisthenics, but you also should be really careful, otherwise you will get injured, and that's what I'm trying to prevent you from doing with this video. I have to say guys, I was actually doubting about making this video because maybe I was presenting myself in a bad position, because I'm showing you the wrong way how I trained, while I am a trainer and I should know how I trained. But I think at the end of the day it is more important to show the real journey and yeah, just the tips and my own story, how it goes, and I think I can help a lot of you with this video. Sorry for my bad English maybe with this video, but I felt that I had to create this video and in English, because lately we also have been putting out Dutch content, but if I created this video in Dutch, then I knew that yeah, a lot of people would miss out on this content, and I feel like I had to share this with you guys, because yeah, we have been putting out so much content about calisthenics. So yeah, if you're watching my previous videos back, then you know that what I'm saying right now, what I said back then might be not very good. So but back then I was also just showing the way how I trained, and now I'm just showing you guys the way how this had happened and how you should avoid this. So that's it for this video guys. I really hope that it helped you out and that you like this video. And like I said, I created this video in English, and lately actually we have been like kind of struggling what we should do with this channel, because we started this channel in English, then we kind of switched to Dutch, but because it felt more natural to us to speak Dutch, because it's our natural language. But at the same time we also find out that we maybe miss out on the people that first subscribe to us, and all other people that are watching our channel, because with the Dutch videos we have been creating subtitles, which takes a lot of work, and that's also why we kind of we're not really motivated to create new videos, and that was a really bad thing, because as a content creator you should always be motivated to create new stuff. And because we knew with the Dutch videos that we had to put subtitles and have to type everything down, we're not really motivated to keep creating new videos in Dutch. So that's also one reason why I'm doing this in English. So also my question to you guys is, what should we do? Should we keep this channel in English and maybe create a new channel in Dutch, so we can also share our Dutch content? Because we create a lot of content, but sometimes because of the time, we have just not enough time to put everything out, and we feel like maybe if we create a English channel and also a Dutch channel separately from this, then it would be adding more value to all the viewers on our channel. So let me know guys what you think about it in the description down below, and also please share this video and also like this video, so YouTube will know that you guys like this video and help grow our channel. So that's it for this video, and I catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.